What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mezco exclusive 1/12 collective Gotham by Gaslight, the Joker. And so here we have the Gotham by Gaslight Joker posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. The Joker does come with two different head sculpts. We do get the neutral expression, which looks really nice. Then we do get this really maniacal face that looks really good. I love this head sculpt. We also get several sets of hands. We get a pair of fists. We get a pair of style pose hands. We get a right hand for gripping the larger weapons. We get a left hand for gripping the smaller weapons. We do get a left hand for holding the briefcase. We do get a right hand for holding the bone saw, which looks really good. We do get a left pointer finger hand. We get a left hand for holding the playing cards. Then we get a left hand that looks like he's choking somebody. Joker also does come with a few articles of clothing. We do get a hat that does fit on both of the head sculpts. We get a pair of glasses that also fit on both head sculpts, and that looks really good. We of course do get his trench coat, which looks really nice. I do like the purple they went with. He does come with a green scarf, which is really nice. Doesn't have a wire in it, but it does fit around the figure nicely. Then we do get an apron, which looks really good on this figure. Joker also comes with a briefcase, which looks really nice. I do like the detailing on it. And then one good thing about this suitcase is that it does hold all his little accessories. And those accessories of Torment do include a pair of forceps. We get a filleting knife. We get a hook. We get a scalpel. We get a curved blade knife. We do get a big giant butcher's knife. We do get a little axe or saw. We get a circular bone saw, which looks really gruesome. Then we do get a bone saw, and that looks terrifying. Joker also comes with 3 different playing cards. We do get a playing card with a bat on it, a playing card with a heart on it, and then we get a playing card with what looks like the devil on it. He also does come with the Mezco display stand, which looks really nice. It does say the Joker. And then of course we do get the Mezco flight stand. Other than that, the Joker doesn't really come with anything else, and I don't know what more you would want him to come with. Maybe some blood effects would have been really cool, but ooh, this is still a nice looking figure. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get a closer look at the Gotham by Gaslight Joker. And so here we have a closer look at the Gotham by Gaslight Joker, and Mezco has done a phenomenal job with this figure. I absolutely love the way it came out. When I saw this figure, when they announced it at MezCon, I knew I had to get this figure because I have the Batman on pre-order, and now having the Joker in hand, this is such a really nice figure. I'm actually surprised Joker came out before Batman, but I think Joker was supposed to be the Mezco exclusive for the summer convention, so it's only natural that they produced him really early. So anyway, having a look at the figure, really loving this face sculpt. This is a very beautiful face sculpt, and it is very heavily inspired by The Man Who Laughs, which is a really old silent film in which created the Joker. Actually, the Joker is actually based on the main character of The Man Who Laughs, and that's pretty much where we get this. And it is a very nice head sculpt. I really love the grin on it. Looks very terrifying, and he does have his yellowish teeth right there. Really do like the hair. It's not punk green like you see on more modern Jokers. This is a more subtle jungle green, which I think works for this figure. Looks really nice, and I do love how pale his complexion is, and we do have a little bit of flesh tone peeking through his ears right here, which looks really good. I do like that, and he just looks terrifying. This is a very menacing Joker. It's basically Joker if he was Jack the Ripper. So having a look at his outfit, it does look like 1800s era clothing, where we do have the suspenders, the tie right here. It's not really a collared shirt. It is a collared shirt, but it's a collared shirt from the 1890s, so that's pretty accurate on how it's supposed to look. And it does have this really nice it's not really weathering to it, but there's a lot of wrinkles on it, and that is pretty much how you would expect a serial killer to look. His clothes aren't kept up in the best condition, and you can see how wrinkly his shirt is. looks really good. Really do like the green tie that he has on him. The suspenders look really nice, and they are made of elastic, so if you want to move the suspenders around, you can. I don't recommend doing it too much because you might wear out that elastic, so do keep that in mind. We're going to have a look at his hands, and his hands are this pasty white color, and I do like it. And one thing all the hands have in common is that you can see all the blood on the hands, and that is really good. I do like that detail. Another detail I do love is the fact that he carved ha 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 into his own hand. That looks so painful, and something that a crazed nut job from the 1890s would do. So really liking that. His pants are also really accurate to the time. You can see it just has the two buttons right here where it would fold over. We do have the pockets, although they're not real pockets. They're just sewn in pockets, so they look like real pockets. And then going to the back, the trousers do look really nice, and they are held up by his suspenders, so that's really good. They didn't have belts back then, so they had suspenders. But yeah, really liking the green that they went with. And I'm glad they went with green instead of purple. The purple on the overcoat looks really good, and in contrast with the green, this makes for a very impressive figure. And then you can see that his pants are dirtied from the knees down. Being a crazed serial killer in the 1890s, I would only assume that you don't clean your pants as often as you would, and you're running through the mud chasing people down, and that is a really good detail right here. You can see how it looks all dirty. Really liking his shoes as well. They're also a little bit dirty. I wish they were a little bit more worn. I think that would make this figure pop a little bit more. And the bottom of the shoes don't have any detail on them, unfortunately. I mean, I guess you can say that that's detail right here, the leather soles. I mean, it could be detail, could just be plastic, the way they molded the plastic. But overall, really impressed by this figure. Really love the face. I think the head sculpt sold this figure to me. But again, I had the Gotham by Gaslight Batman on pre-order anyway. So having a Joker to rival that Batman is something I do intend to do. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get the Joker compared to other figures you may have in your collection. So here we have the Gotham by Gaslight Joker posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Gotham by Gaslight Joker posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we do have the Gotham by Gaslight Joker posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a closer look at his articulation. Now, Joker here does have quite a bit of articulation. Not the best that Mezco has done, but still really good. We do get a double ball joint here in the head, but because of the way his head is sculpted, you really don't get too much upward mobility, but you do get some really nice down. And then, of course, we get some really nice head tilt. That head does rotate left and right. We do have a ball joint in the neck, so his head can look down even further. Really doesn't look up all too well, which is unfortunate, but better head tilt with that neck joint. So we do have just regular swivel joints here at the shoulder, which his arm can go all the way up before the clothes start tugging away at the joint, so do be aware of that. And they only goes about that far back. Going out to the side, goes out to the side, no problem, really do like that. Unfortunately, Joker here doesn't have a bicep swivel, but we do have a single bend at the elbow, giving us, might be a little bit better than 90 degrees, but I'm just going to say it's 90 degrees, and we do have rotation at that elbow. We do have a ball hinge here at the wrist, so he does have in and out movement. We can rotate that joint to have up and down, and then of course it rotates on that peg. He has a double ball joint here at the torso, so he does lean back about that far, does lean forward about that far, does tilt to the side really nicely, and then we do have rotation. He has another ball joint down here at the waist, which does help with posability. You can see he can arc back that far, then he crunches forward about that far. Just be careful that you don't pull the shirt out of the pants. I don't know how it looks under there, and I can only imagine getting it back tucked in is going to be a pain. And then of course we do have rotation at the waist. Legs do kick forward to about right there, which is pretty standard by Mezco standards. It goes back to about there. Out to the side, we get about that far before the pants start tugging on themselves. We do have a thigh swivel, which works really good. Double bend at the knee You can see it goes up really high. I do like that. Interesting thing is that they didn't make his skin pasty right here, which I do like. I just wish it was a little bit more pasty. But anyway, he does have a ball joint here at the ankle, so it does move forward and back. Does pivot to the side and rotate. So overall, the Gotham by Gaslight Joker has some pretty good articulation, especially for Mezco figures. I think the only thing that would set this figure above and beyond is if he had double jointed elbows, but overall still fairly impressed by this figure. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Mezco exclusive Gotham by Gaslight Joker posed for my final thoughts. And overall, I think Mezco has knocked it out of the park with this figure. It is a very well done figure, and I love the detailing on it. I really do love the fact that this smiling head is based off The Man Who Laughs, which is the inspiration for the Joker. So it kind of comes full circle with this Joker. The inspiration has become the Joker, which is really nice. I do like that little motif. Even though the Joker was never seen in Gotham by Gaslight, I really do appreciate the fact that Mezco went out of their way to create a Joker that looks and feels like he would be in the Gotham by Gaslight universe, and I really do like that. This is a superb figure from Mezco, and I honestly think the only thing that this figure was lacking was blood effects. If this figure had come with blood effects that you could attach to all his instruments of torment, I think that would be a really cool addition to this figure. But nonetheless, this is still a very solid figure. Now, I have found a few issues with this figure, specifically with the articulation. I don't like the single jointed elbows. I would have preferred if it was double jointed. And I did notice on the neutral head that as you take the hat on and off, you do got to be aware of paint rub, because it has started to rub off on the neutral head. It's not too bad, but it is something to take into consideration with this figure. Don't be applying the hat too often, because you might end up staining the faces, which is a really bad thing, because the faces are beautiful on this figure. If you have to take pictures with the hat, do it quickly, and don't force the hat down on the figure. That's gonna only increase the chances that the paint will rub off. But overall, really happy with this figure. Now, this figure actually went on sale, I believe it was last Monday, and that was surprising, seeing how MezCon was a Sunday before. This figure just went up all of a sudden, and the moment he went up, I just added him to my cart and had him shipped. And it didn't take Mezco long to ship him. He actually shipped like the second day, and I've been messing around with this figure a lot, so I really do like it. If you did miss out on the Joker from the Gotham by Gaslight series, unfortunately he is waitlisted on Mezco's website. You can always put yourself on the waitlist, but there's no guarantee that that waitlist will convert, so hopefully you are able to get hold of your Mezco Gotham by Gaslight Joker. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Mezco 1/12 collective videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.